So we're back here with the usual lads again tonight in Dingle at the home of Tony, and we've got Tony tonight. Hello.
Hello.
We've got Christopher.
Hello.
And we've got Colin.
Good evening.
And we're going to go straight into the action. Tony.
This is Anfield FM. Irvin Chapman, Frank McClintock, Osama Bin Laden, Arsene Wenger, Liam Brady. Your boys took one hell of a beating, and hell of a beating.
Well, as you can guess, we're going to start with the Arsenal game. Last week was one of, probably in our lifetime, although some of us are older than others, the greatest performances that we put on for 20 minutes. Who wants to start with Arsenal? Colin.
I'll start, Paul. Yeah, what a game. I mean, it was all over, as you've just said, about 18-19 minutes, 4-0 up against the top of the table side, who, if we can go back to last Friday's show, my exact words were, the old no fears for me, and they didn't. The two centre-halves, I thought, were quite redundant. The way Suarez and Sturridge got them turning and on the back foot. I mean, the first goal is a prime example. Suarez has got Mertesacker right outside the dugout there, flicked it past him, brought down for the free kick, and that set the tone for the first 20 minutes. The defence was all over the place. I don't rate Koscielny or Mertesacker as a pair, and I was proved correct as well after the goal number 4. But it was a brilliant game, and as you've just said, probably the best 20 minutes we've seen since Istanbul. The 20 minutes in the second half of Istanbul against AC Milan. I mean, they were stunning. Every department, everyone won the personal battles, and even Sissoko, Ali Sissoko, he's slowly turning what was for him a very big corner. He still hasn't turned it fully, but he's there. He's putting in decent shifts. I remember what Tony said a couple of weeks ago. You'd rather have someone giving 100% of shite than someone giving you 40 or 50% of fucking half decent football. And he's slowly settling in and turning it round. He's not a long-term solution, but I mean, he's part of the team at the moment, and he was part of the team that beat Arsenal 5-1. So great game, and it set us up for Wednesday night, which we will come to later. But yeah, I mean, you're paying your money, your season ticket money, and your money over the counter to watch games like that, and we all come out absolutely buzzing, didn't we? You know what I mean? The social media was bananas for a couple of hours after it, and dare we whisper it, dare we think it? Are we going to win it?
Well, after sticking to Saturday and Arsenal, is that what you were thinking when you come off the ground on Saturday?
I've been thinking it for a long time, and once that 5th goal went in, we all turned round, me and the lads who I sit next to, and we all thought, if this continues, they'll win the league, because it will be in our own hands. We've got Chelsea to come, we've got City to come, Tottenham to come. We beat all these teams. We've just been talking to Chris off air there, since December the 29th, when we got beat, unfortunately, by Chelsea. We haven't been beat. We played 9 games, won 7, drew 2. It's championship winning football. Plus what's going on the pitch as well. We've got all the main pros playing at the peak of the form. Gerrard, Suarez, Sturridge, Henderson. They're all playing as good as they could possibly be, and they're playing as a team. They're all in it together. And yet, Paul, when we walked out of the match on Saturday at lunchtime, everyone was saying the same thing. They're in it. They're in it to win it now, do you know what I mean? And start believing it, because it's there to be won. Tony?
Oh, amazing. Echo Colin's sentiments there. Amazing from the start. Like you can tell with us when we start with that tempo, you know what we're going to get off the Reds. And on last Saturday, I thought, like, from the way go flan, it was similarities to the Everton game, you know what I mean? The first 20 minutes there, where we just bombed them out, just never let them settle. But these don't take no bones, like, these never turned up or not like that. These turned up and tried to impose their way of playing, like you said yourself last week. They'll pass and play themselves into it. They tried to do that. They tried to start like that, but we just wouldn't let them. We were on top of them from where it go. Like the first minute goal put them on the back foot anyway. But that Ozil wasn't up for it right away with young Flan. He's still in his pocket. Like he was all over him when he didn't fancy it right away. And I thought there was 9 proper man of the matches. You know what I mean? It was a team. It was hard to give it to Sterling. Like the telly and whatever, give it to Sterling. Myself, I thought Henderson myself, because I was paying attention to Henderson. Sterling missed a few chances, but his directness was like what won him the game and his 2 goals. But that Henderson, his timing of the tackle and his reading of the game, he was at things before anyone. He never put a foot wrong, really, at Henderson. I was weighed up with him, and he's growing every week. So it was me, like I say, when I seen Aldridge the other night in the paper saying it's the best thing in 50 years he's seen, but I thought the 5-0 when we beat Forest, because that was just like, Forest were a top team themselves, and like they never got a look in 90 minutes. At least these tried to have a go in the second half, but we more or less let them have it. You know what I mean? We let them play on it, like. But we've got the new Johnny Barnes there, Sissoko, the new digger running up and down the wing, and even like the Golden Vision, England's Golden Vision, this Wilshere, the little fucking minion of Despicable Me. Coutinho outmuscled him and outplayed him.
Yeah. Won the battle first.
Same age, do you know what I mean? The same age. Like, I was like, you couldn't help but be over the moon. You know what I mean? It was just bizarre. I was just seeing them. I sat next to them in the road end, and they were asking to get let out after 20 minutes, and the busies were just roaring off them, just wouldn't open the gate. You know what I mean? And they were all fuming with each other, like, let me out, let me out. But again, it goes to the management as well. Brendan, there's another top manager he's had off. He's supposed to be the kingpin, isn't he? Wenger, of tactics, and Brendan was like 10 minutes ahead of him all the time, right through the game, just had his number sorted. You know what I mean? It's funny the way Suarez is sacrificing his goals, I think, now for the team, and he pulling onto the wing with that Monreal and dragging that Monreal everywhere. Like Colin said, them two in the middle with just no. We've thought it for like over a season now, that how they getting away with it, these two. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they had the best defensive record then before the game.
Going into it, yeah. But I was made up myself, like, I was fucking, never went on the air, like, but I was over the moon.
Over the moon, boss. Go ahead, Chris. Yeah, before it, we spoke about it last week. Colin said he was convinced we were going to win. I was convinced it was going to be a draw. I was told it was going to be a tight game. How wrong was I? But, you know, looking at the team, Arsenal team, as they were lining up and they come out, and that Mertesacker, the size of him, he's no great shake. But I thought, looking at their team, they look good, they look solid, and I thought, we've got a game on our hands today. But, you know, we started off like we have done in a lot of games at Anfield this season, right at them from the first whistle. And that first goal in the Prem is you know, is pivotal. I keep using that word, but it is. Getting that first goal against teams now in the Prem, whoever scores first, that's the big draw we need to be doing all the time. So we get that first goal, and it just went on from there. It was a perfect performance. Like, you'd always look for that perfect performance where everything seems to be coming off of you and everything goes in. You know, every shot seems to be going. You know, Sturridge, that little chip over, you thought that was going in, but everything come off for us that game. But we were brilliant from start to finish, and the lads are saying our best performance since Forest and going back then. But I remember we played Madrid off the park in Oslo, you know, a few years ago. That was a performance. And then United before or after, and Villa, same little period, same period of the season, or that was a bit later, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was around the same little period. Yeah, it was the same week, but we hit them from the first bell, and same thing. I think it was a better performance than that, and it was a bigger game actually, because we needed to beat them to put a little marker down. And as you said, we all come out the game thinking, well, you know, we are like a team where we're going for the league now. Yeah. Whereas before that, if we would have dropped points, we would have been there or thereabouts, and we're going to be around the top 4. But it got everyone thinking, well, we're going to be there now to the end. And as Tony said about Rodgers, you've got to take your hat off to him, because we spoke about Alan being in the team, and you know, and he went with the same team again, Coutinho in there, and he proved us all right, and he was spot on with his tactics. He was bang on. Coutinho run the show. Henderson was spot on. Sterling again, and as you said, all the players are coming into form. As you said, Henderson, Gerrard, we can be out anyway. Sterling, Flanagan, and Sissoko. This last 2 games, I had to laugh at Rodgers' interview after the game. I don't know whether anyone's seen it, but
he even mentions Sissoko, and as he says it, he started laughing. Honestly, he said, even Alex, and then he come back down, he said, you know, but it was great, the interview, you know, and it was just a great game anyway, and to beat the top of the league like that, you know, you couldn't ask for a better performance.
It was like, same as I mentioned, I thought Gerrard was bang on. He started playing the role. You had to look at that role that he wants him to play, you know what I mean? It was a bit miss a match, wasn't it, before, like Arsenal? It was like, what's he trying to do? Where's he playing? But he played that position like he's been there for years, you know what I mean? And the one thing he's got, what no other sitting midfielder's got in that, he can hit a 50-yard balls in your pocket that no older midfielder in the Prem can do. And that's what we've got as one of our
weapons. Usually come with that player,
no. And he was spraying 50-yarders bang diagonal to the corner flags, and they were dropping into Sterling, and like I was made up with the way he played it, you know what I mean? Because he was flying in. He likes to throw a challenge in anyway. He was flying in front of things. So I thought it's like fair enough to give him a good mention as well, because like it's an hard role to play, especially at that age as well, isn't it?
Well, that really reminded me of Alonso in that game. That's how Alonso used to play. He'd keep the ball, they'd all come on to you and start like booting all over the place, and he can just go, but he can keep it short, but he can go bang and just release whenever we need to.
It's given Henderson that little bit more freedom to push on, and his work rate's even better, and like it's given Henderson more confidence now. He's behind him, Gerrard's behind him, sitting behind him, so he feels safer in that role.
Henderson's his engine, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll take you back to about the third show we'd done, and we were all moaning that we were only a 45-minute team, 50-minute team, and we were struggling to kill teams off. What was apparent on Saturday afternoon was the fitness levels. They've gone through the roof. They were still going at it. 90 minutes, 95 minutes, well into injury time, chasing balls down. Now, all the great sides in the past, your Liverpools of the 70s and 80s, and your Uniteds most recently, used to start the season quite slowly. Liverpool were notorious for it. Even United were under Ferguson. They'd start the season slowly, and then come the turn of the year, December, January, February, the fucking fitness levels would go through the roof, and they'd start demolishing teams. And we're doing that now. We're doing what we used to do years ago.
Good shout.
Good proof by Wednesday night, didn't they?
And I tell you, you know, you must think I'm all fucking shagging him, but I'm not. But this Jordan Henderson, I'll tell you, you can see this kid has got everything going for him at the moment. He's got everything going for him at the moment. Do you know what I love about him, and I liked it from day one, was his honesty. Do you know what I mean? He had half the crowds on his back, giving him grief, and I used to fucking cringe, and I used to say, you know, we're supposed to be supporters that are knowledgeable, and we give people a bit of room to move if they do make mistakes. I think it was the amount of money that he would spend on him, and the fact all the politics was going on in the background. But I could see me and Polo, the lads who were sitting next to Rowley, we used to just say to each other, this fucking kid, they give this kid a chance. He's fucking got everything in his army. He's quick, he's fucking fit as a fiddle, he's fucking doesn't hide, he can tackle. He could be the all-round complete midfielder, and dare I say, he could be Steven Gerrard's long-term successor.
I think we've all been sucked into that though, haven't we? Like players coming in and not starting like a house on fire straight away. We've all been dragged into that with this Sky and everything else, the papers. They all get on
love negativity,
and it's just, you know, the weight of the world was on his shoulders moving to Liverpool, and it you know, you could see that on him. You know?
Well, I was just going to bring up the point, Chris, and I'm glad you've said that about Sky and the media, because I wanted to ask you all. In the wake of our destroying of Arsenal, it seemed to me anyway, both match of the days, Sky News, and I heard a bit of TalkSport driving somewhere on Monday. It was all about how bad Arsenal was and how bad Ozil was, and what have they wasted the money on Ozil, as if like, well, that's just perfectly
I put that out on Monday on Twitter, exactly what you just said.
It's perfectly normal to just do that to Arsenal, no problem.
It was, if someone, I said, here we go again with fucking Durham, and someone tweeted me back saying, what's he saying? I said, it's not what he's saying, it's what he's not saying. He's saying that everything's built around how shite Arsenal were, as opposed to how Liverpool dismantled them.
But in fairness though, what he's trying to do there, and Chris has just nailed it, it's the negativity. They're focusing on negative. They don't want to focus on positives and get people phoning up going, yeah, we were brilliant, oh were you? Alright, thanks, bye. They're looking for an argument, aren't they? So they're trying to wind the Arsenal fans up. I'm not saying that's not true a match of the day, that's just their sudden bias. I think it's all well terrible with Arsenal. Well, how brilliant with Liverpool.
Exactly.
But it didn't come across, did it? Here's another point, if you don't mind me saying. Why do we only play for 20 minutes? We did it when we destroyed Everton. Then we sat foot off the gas, and we did it with Arsenal, foot off the gas.
I think you can't play that. You can't play. They're not racehorses, so you can't play like that for 90 minutes anyway. So they must be like, you know, they must. I'm thinking they do it in spurts. You know what I mean?
I'd be looking to the next game, the Fulham game.
Over.
Well, they're pacing themselves through that one game. Do you know what I mean? So they'll sit back and like we let them do it second half. We let them pass it in front of us. And that was our breeder. Do you know what I mean? Then we hit them again. We went for it again.
The substitutions were clever as well, weren't they? They were every 5 minutes, and he turned the three main, but the big hitters, weren't they? Do you know what I mean?
I've noticed with Brendan, he lets the other fella make the sub first. You get on it,
does he?
Yeah, he's always making that, like, the sub first and the counter attacks it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, he threw 3 on, didn't he? Like, I thought he would have made the sub at half time. Myself, Wenger, I thought he was going to drag Ozil off.
Well, he was poor, weren't he?
He must have said, you know, go and try and address what you've done here, like, and give them a chance. But like, he scored within 5 minutes then, didn't he? Sterling.
You know, you look at Ozil, and I mean, it's not our problem, we're not that arsed either, but you can see where Wenger's going with this. He was absolutely adamant against spending anything near that type of money. He was virtually forced to spend it by the fans.
Well, Aston Villa as well wanted that game.
And now, even if this kid was fucking scoring own goals, I think he'd still be playing him, simply because, I mean, you don't have a 15 million quid footballer sat on the bench, do you?
Yeah, well, on the way to the game on Saturday in the car, and one thing I heard about Wenger on the radio, he started bigging us up, talking about the fans. Was telling you, didn't I, saying, they never give up on it, these fans are the best fans, you know, and all this, and he doesn't give you the push off the curb, him, Wenger, normally. I was thinking, what's his game? You know what I mean? He's got the Mourinho's things here and all that, because
I think they've shot the balls, Arsenal. I really do. I think they've peaked. They peaked at maybe a couple of weeks ago, and now that defeat against us, the boring draw on Wednesday night against United, I don't think they can pick themselves up. There's too many teams with momentum. Even City, you know, City haven't got that much momentum, but you just know for a fact that they can outshoot people. But Liverpool and Chelsea, the momentum behind them two now, I think our home game with Chelsea could go a long way to deciding what's going on in this league.
Well, you say about Arsenal shooting the balls. I think what it is as well, this month what Arsenal have got, I've never seen a fixture list like this. You know, the teams that have got to play in the next 4 weeks or whatever it is. You know, Bayern Munich twice. You've got us again. You know, we just played United. Us twice. United, Bayern Munich. Have they got City?
No, what they do, Chris, they have a little break of like 2 games against, you know, I don't know, Fulham and Shrewsbury or something like that, and then it's bang again. It's Tottenham, Everton, City, and you know, straight back into
it. Like it, so that could be playing on the mind. You know, we've got these, we've got that, and we've got a massive games to be playing. So that could be weighing heavy on the shoulders. So it's all good for us because, you know, maybe they'll drop down a few more places and we'll just jump into their little slot. Never mind Ford, jump into where Arsenal are.
Yeah. Well, we've sort of done what the social media is doing there. We just talked about Arsenal, but Liverpool were brilliant, weren't they? And it was absolutely outstanding.
It's not taking away nothing from
I think Arsenal doubt that when we put the seed of doubt into them, that they're looking at that run of games that they've got coming up now, and that seed of doubt we put into them, it's like, are we that good? You know what I mean? Liverpool were supposed to be like the weakest out of all of them they're playing, and we've put them to the sword. You know what I mean?
You've just reminded me of something that we said last week, Tony. Gibbs before the game, Arsenal players trying to talk themselves into how brilliant we are and we're going today and it's our big season and all that.
We said we couldn't understand why they were doing that, you know what I mean?
But that's just, Tony's just they're trying to talk themselves into that. We are a brilliant team.
But it's a reverse psychology, because you can see that they're scared really, aren't they?
Well, they were ordinary, weren't they? You know, when you see team, I mean, watching Match of the Day or your Sky on a Sunday is completely different than sitting in Anfield and watching teams live, because you can see other parts of the game that are just as important as when someone's on the ball. Do you know what I mean? And I thought they were really, really ordinary and slow and lethargic.
Right. They haven't got a good strike force at all. Their strike force is
one man, innit? Giroud, the other fella's injured.
Compared to ours, you know, Sturridge and Suarez banged them into it. In fact, with the third highest scorers in Europe.
But when I looked at their team, went through their team man for man, they weren't that scary. No, you know what I mean? When I was looking at them, I was thinking, these aren't no big shakes. I think we had better players man for man more than them, really. You know, like up front and like the wing on the wings and like.
when I was talking to Tony before, and I didn't watch Match of the Day. I was working, but I watched it on Wednesday night. And Alan Hansen picked up on something that we've all been speaking about for a while. About, and, you know, where has it gone and all and stuff like that. When Brendan first came in, he said, we're going to run the balls down in packs. When the opposition's got the ball, we've got 10 seconds. We're going to get 2 or 3 people around the play with the ball to try and get the ball back. And it had been missing for months. And all of a sudden, since Christmas, it's fucking popped up. It's as if he's been holding them back to say, hang on a minute, let's keep a lid on this. Let's say, like Chris used to say all the time, we're on the coattails of the top 4. As long as we're in and or around the top 4 at Christmas, we've got a chance. And it's as if he's let the lid off it all and says, right, remember what I said to you in August, go fucking get them. And it's every single game, it's paying off. It's bizarre. I just think, you know, I'm not religious, me, or any bit like no way you have like the cats fucking superstitious. But I tell you what, everything is falling into place at the moment. It's bizarre. The whole of the jigsaw, all the pieces are starting.
I don't think it's as much us. I think it's the league's fucked up this year myself. I don't think it's us. I think we're just like taking advantage of what's happening in front of us, but you're never going to get a better chance. I don't think.
We knew it was going to be a mad season. We said at the start, Mourinho coming in, Pellegrini coming in, Ferguson out. And Arsenal before the season, the fans wanted Wenger gone.
Isn't it great?
So we knew it was going to be a mad season. Now, you know, the Premier League isn't fucking what it's cracked up to be this season. You know what I mean? So with a bit of luck,
talent-wise and standards of football, it's not the best yet, but it's the most exciting for a long time because everyone's still in it. And isn't it great United's aren't in it? You know what? No one can fucking talk about them being there because it basically is 5 teams.
Do you know what, Colin? Even last night, I was still sort of secretly hoping Arsenal had beat them, and that would have hurt us really. But it still feels great to see them getting beat.
You want to kick them while it's around, don't you?
Keep them down.
They've been at the pinnacle of English football for so long that we are going to take so much happiness out of the fact that they're not even. I mean, these could even struggle to make the Europa League the way it's going. Do you know what I mean? They're not even favourites for that.
I'd love to go to Man U and sing that Thursday night Channel 5 song to them.
I just hope, you know, along the way now, these last 12 games, you know, we're gonna lose a game. I think I don't know. I just hope the fans don't get on that negative one. Oh, that's it now.
Well, I don't think they will, you know.
It's only one game. It's only one game.
I think there's a good vibe going around.
You've got to take whatever comes, you know what I mean? And, you know, there's going to be a couple of games where we're going to come unstuck somewhere. Nearly come up stuck.
There might not be, though, will they?
Yeah, there might not be, but I think there will be.
Might be.
And I think the other teams will as well.
You sent me that photo on Saturday as I was walking home from the game, or wherever it was. I might have been in work. You sent me a photo of the dressing room after the Arsenal game. I don't know, it was one of you sent me. I mean, that's for me, that sums up the whole club and the fans and the football play. They're all in it together. Even Gerrard, I've got a funny feeling Gerrard can smell what's going on here. They're not going to have a better chance of winning this league. I don't think
this is the best chance they will have, you know,
for a long time.
I was looking at it before about it. I was reading the Echo and I told him there was a little line in it about Gerrard. He's never going to have a better chance to win it before. I can see them all like, let's try and win it for him. You know, for his last thing, a send-off. Like, this is a chance. And you can see Gerrard, seen him on Wednesday night in the last minute. You've never seen a carry-on off him, off a penalty like that. Have you ripping his top off and jumping in?
The importance of it.
Yeah, knew what it meant. Well, we'll stay with Arsenal then to talk about Sunday before we move on to the other things. So, we've got them on Sunday. What's the perceived thinking then? Are they going to play a weekend team? Are we going to play a weekend team? Are they going to be back up there?
They've got Bayern Munich on the Wednesday night, and you know for a fact Arsene Wenger will gladly throw this away to go up against Bayern Munich. He's going to need every major player fit and ready to go, and I just don't think Liverpool on the Sunday and then Bayern on the Wednesday. I don't think Wenger's going to do it. So I expect Liverpool to play the exact same team that finished on Wednesday against Fulham, and I expect Arsenal to make major changes. I really do.
I think he'll throw Agger in for him. Yeah, so I think he played himself out of the team on Wednesday more than fucking kept him in the team. But I'll take a draw now, me. You know what I mean? We've got no midweek games. We've got no. I'd take the draw, take them back to Anfield, keep the run going, the unbeaten run.
Tire them out a bit more.
Yeah, drag them out. They don't want to come. You know what I mean? You'd take a draw now, but I think we go there and win. We put that seed out in them, but there's also the other side of it where these are like a wounded animal. They're going to be looking to have. They're going to have to be looking to do a bit of damage.
I think we've played 4 games now with the same team, which we haven't done. I think it's the first time in a long while. I think he will bring Agger in, and I think he should come in, and just to give him game time.
I think you've seen an insight with him coming on the other night, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, if he wasn't going to play, we wouldn't have put him on for the last 10 or whatever it was.
We can't second guess Rodgers though at the moment, can we? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think Tony's at the nail there. I think Torre is done, really. Yeah. Barring other injuries and anything terrible else happening, I think he's done for the season, and that's 2 really bad mistakes. Under no pressure either, both times.
Can't clash waiting to happen.
It is, you know, and we've got a lot to play for, and I think he's right. I think Tony's right.
I think he'll be doing a change.
It'll be the team that finished against Fulham that should start.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I also think that Agger, he might be on the thing as well as soon as Sakho's fit. Once Sakho's back, Agger might be back out.
You can see. I don't think Brendan trusts him because he's been quite consistent with Agger right through. He's played Sakho in front of him. He played Kolo Torre in front of him. He's played Skrtel in front of him. So you're right what you're saying there. I can see.
The class as well, isn't he?
Well, that's.
3 games. He's out for 4. You get another.
He's been there since 2000. He came not long after we beat AC Milan in Istanbul. He came in that summer, and I don't think he's put like more than 30 league games together in one season. Do you know what I mean? So he can get really good money for this for Agger. It's time to move him on because I think Sakho and Skrtel could be the mainstay of the centre half for a long time to come.
Skrtel's been outstanding.
Sakho is going to be our mainstay because he's not going to pay that much money for him, and then just leave him floating around.
Plus there's the kids as well, isn't he? Crystal, you're the kids who went on loan to Elora, yeah. So maybe if they get good money for Agger, reinvest it elsewhere.
He's always scared at the minute, but he made a little break last night. But Mignolet, we were going to talk about Mignolet, he could have bounced off that line there and just clattered, the ball into the stand, but he was apprehensive coming out for that ball.
Doesn't come off his line, does he?
I think it was Tony said the other week about what did he say about Carroll? Something in his feet and Suarez
fucking lead boots. Yeah.
That's Mignolet on his line. He does not want to take a step off that line.
Is that not indicative of foreign goalkeepers though? Pepe Reina was the same.
Yeah.
Pepe Reina couldn't command his box, and yet you've got the likes of. I watched John Ruddy the other night. John Ruddy was outstanding in the 0-0 draw with City, and he was all out. He went right through his own centre half at one point. You know what I mean? They got up laughing at each other.
But this doesn't look like he's staying on until he's in. Looks like he's a shit house. You know what I mean? Looks like he's staying there because he's like. But then again, you know, he's in front here. It's a unit, isn't it? So if he's not happy with in front,
your English goalkeepers, they've all got to be. There used to be a saying, didn't your goalie growing up was either the hardest lad in the school or the fucking stupidest, or the stupidest. Whereas over there in Europe, they're probably more skilled being goalkeepers. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe that's got something to do with it.
No one wants to grow to be a Mignolet.
In fairness to him, he's brilliant at shot stopping, isn't he? He's better than
he's quality.
He's great.
Like I say, when you add it all up, what he saves us points wise, you know, we're being nitpicky a bit, like, but we're getting away with it, aren't we, at the minute?
But the Arteta free kick, he didn't see it late from Saturday. He didn't see it till it come right around the wall, and he was down. It was just
right behind that. I thought it was creeping in. He pulled it off.
That. But in fairness, again, Tony just touched on it. Is it the defence who are making him nervous, or is he making the defence nervous? It's probably a two-way street. You know what I mean?
Probably half to the other, isn't it?
But Skrtel gave him a mouthful, didn't he? After that goal, after the second, was saying to him, "Get off your fucking line with him." He should have come and took that. But anyway,
anything in the 6-yard box, I'm convinced should be the goalies.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Anything in the 8 yards out should be the fucking goalies. You've got to come out of the 6-yard box.
You've got the ref on your side as a goalkeeper, because if you're airborne and you're going for the ball with your eye on the ball, you will get the free kick every day of the week.
Also, you see when these goalies come up, they jump with the knee raised. It's allowed, it's a foul.
Someone else.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So he can cover himself anyway. Defend himself type thing, because he jumped with the knee raised.
And plus you make yourself twice as big as everyone else anyway with your arms in the air, don't you? So he's got every single advantage to come and dominate it. All goalies have, and he just
come on, punch his head.
I was a great believer in your goalkeeper. I always liked older goalkeepers, mid to late 30s, because they'd done it, seen it all, knew how to react when they were under pressure.
Do you remember that far back?
Every good side that's won the league has always had a great keeper.
Yeah. So you're worried?
No, not really, because he has been good for us up until up until Christmas. And I'm working with a fella who's a Sunderland fan, a mad Sunderland fan, and he put me on him. He said he's dodgy, and he made a couple of bricks just before Limbo. I don't know if it was against City or Chelsea, I don't know who it was. And he said, he's got them in, It was
the passing as well. Did you notice that?
Exactly.
Do you remember what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago when he gets the ball, you're like, the full-backs hit the corner, hit the halfway line, the centre-half splits up, and Gerrard and Lucas comes in. That's all been knocked in the head. He never done it once at Arsenal. He didn't do it once against Arsenal. I don't know whether it was coincidence, but I think Brendan's now saying, with the back four that I've got there, let's fucking put that to bed. We haven't got the personnel to be doing that type of football, which is quite clever, and he's noticed it. It's obvious that he's looking at things all the time. We've got Jimmy Sissoko at left back, who's not the best on the ball. Cole O'Shaughnessy's a car crash waiting to happen. So what they're saying there is fucking bin that passing around the back, get it up the fucking field.
The opposition are on it, aren't they?
Yeah, true, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He knows the opposition push onto it all. Southampton got on it early doors, and everyone tries to do it to us. Fulham done it the other night, pushing onto us.
But on the other side of it, we haven't been conceding many, just stupid mistakes.
We haven't kept a clean sheet away from them the last 11 games.
Alright.
We're leaking goals, but we're outscoring everybody.
That's the difference.
Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's the points, not how many goals you score. It's what the points totals, what you've got. Do you know what I mean?
But I think that's the last time we got away with it of Fulham the other night. You're never going to do that every week. You know what I mean? Away from home.
Well,
we got out of jail a bit.
So
with
did
you went the game, didn't you, Tom?
Yeah.
Agger's fit then, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, he was nearly warming up down the line. We were looking who it was warming up, but you couldn't see them warming up.
Just after we scored the penny, come on.
Yeah.
So, what happened? So they were just in our faces from the start.
Yeah, give them the credit. He seemed to know what he was doing. That Mullenstein, whatever his name is, because they done like about Southampton and all that, but they pushed on us. But we started again, like I say, when you start, fucking hell, come on, keep the work rate going, start like you finished the last game. They were dead sloppy and everything. He could have called after a minute, he put the boss save off at the near post, bang, fuck off, saved it at the near post, and then you could see it creeping in, and then, like Colin said, there was none of that. The fullbacks, they were just all over the place. Torres like fucking, he's got roller boots on a fucking tin. He's jumping up and down. He's fucking blah blah. They're shouting at him.
It was funny, fucking steamroll that referee and didn't even fucking help him up all the time. Just ran over him.
He's done the goal.
You called Rocket Man afterwards.
He got a whip here. He put it in. When he done the goal, we were like behind the goal about 6 rows with Galvin and Robbie. We were 6 rows behind the goal, so we were pretty much at the front, and he had time to adjust his feet and seen that ball fully coming. It wasn't like just dropped onto him. Because he's that like fucking mad like puppet, like a Thunderbird. He was just jumping up and down, just like clear the fucking thing. And then he's looking at the pit, and he's looking at us in the crowd, looking at us and pointing at the crowd and going, alright, get alright, like just say fucking get on with it, play the ball, you crank.
Well, I noticed in the Arsenal game as well, he put a clearance in this, we were 5-1 up, he put a clearance straight out to the Cameron Road, and Gerrard gave him a mouthful, said fucking calm down will you, and then got on with the game, and then he must have carried on doing what Tony going, oh my god, and Gerrard turned around and went, alright.
Have you noticed the pattern though that's developed the last 4 games? We played Everton and he was quite accomplished against Everton, he was quality, Then he went to West Brom and he was fucking dog shit. Then we played Arsenal at home and he was quite accomplished again, bit out a few little odds ones. And then he's gone to Fulham and he's fucking car crashed to the game, do you know what I mean? So it's like he can't string 2 decent games together.
You just get him out. He was come in for Carragher's.
He's done it.
He was 1 game every 3 weeks.
This is right. He's come in to do a job. He's done that job now. If Agger's fully fit after coming on after a couple of minutes, he's in. He's got to go in.
But even the crowd, even them, they were going, oh. So when we got him, we were going, oh fucking hell, he's got to get it off him.
But was it reminiscent of the other Fulham game from the other year?
But then to go in at 1-1, was it 1-1? Yeah, it was going in at 1-1, you were made up and we're like, oh that's it, but we've had our little get out of jail. and we fucking annihilated them again. Then we were all over them, but without really causing them too much, shots on target. And then one stupid ball, that was their first attack in that second half, one fucking daft ball. But like I say, it was in the 6-yard box. That's the goalie's thing. You were like, I don't blame fucking Scale for getting his foot to it. He's done well to get his foot to it, because he would have tapped it in anyway, bent. But the other fellas behind him jumping on again, on his fucking jumping on with their heels on, like,
there's no I mean, considering he's a Champions League footballer, he's won titles, played in World Cups, played in African Nation Cups, he looks like he's fucking brand new off some fucking don't say like a quiz show. No, what I mean is like he's won some talent, so yeah, you can play for Liverpool for 6 games. He's just running now, he hasn't got a fucking clue. But top Brendan hit the nail, like Mourinho's been going on, hasn't he, the last, all teams he's been given names of like animals, horses. Yeah, City are the horse, and Mourinho said Chelsea are just a little pony. And Brendan Rodgers said we're like the Chihuahua, just running around the feet, snapping at the reels. I thought it was quality, what I mean?
Brendan's got that in him, man.
You can have a little go, you can have a little go back without being disrespectful. He's just having a little go.
He's very articulate, very clever fellow as well. Actually, he does it nice. He doesn't do it like spiteful like Mourinho.
Good with the press.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Mourinho was on Sky Sports News before saying Liverpool are now the favourites for the title because they've got no Champions League and all that. And something, again, I keep saying it, what Tony said earlier, but I think Liverpool might want to start getting the message out now. Steven Gerrard, it's he's coming to the end of his career. Wouldn't it be great if Steven Gerrard won the league, England captain, going to Brazil, all that bollocks that
you know where it sits, don't you, Paul? It sits in refs' minds.
That's exactly
and
what
it sits in other managers' minds.
And,
you know what I mean?
And the neutrals and everyone. Because the media will lap up Mourinho and do exactly what he says.
The whole of Britain hate Chelsea, trust me. No one likes Chelsea other than Chelsea fans.
And
London press would love to jump on what you just said. The Liverpool bandwagon. Gerrard's last season is probably a full-time
captain. Let's get
on it.
I wouldn't say it's a championship challenge at the minute for us. Do you know what I mean? We're just in the midst. We can have a say in it. But I think
you two sound like Brendan.
Look, if it comes down to the last 8 games and we're still 3 points behind top, then I'll give me full-blooded thing like we're involved. Do you know what I mean? But at the minute we're just doing well. We're time along.
We were top in August, and then it was let's just hang on to the coattails. We got to Christmas, we were 4th off. We're still hanging around. We'll be all right. Yeah, there's only 12 games left, and we're 4 points off the top with all the main players: City, Chelsea, and Tottenham to come to Anfield. It's in our hands.
14 games left. I don't class anything as a title chase until it comes down to the last 5-6 games, because it's that tight now. You know what I mean? If we lose 2 games on the bounce, we're back 7th.
But there's nothing to suggest at the moment that we're going to lose any games the way we're playing football.
No, last night I thought there was a suggestion that we could have lost.
Last night. Hang on a minute. United used to go. I remember United winning the double one year. They went to QPR. There was about 7 or 8 games left to go, and they went to QPR, and Paul Ince scored an overhead kick on about 97 minutes. Do you remember that? And that was the momentum that just they ended up winning the league by about 4 points. So you've got to take that penalty. Like, going back to what we spoke about earlier. Big turn in the league there. We could have been 6 points off the top, but we're not. We're 4 points off the top. The momentum's still there, and the team know that as well, and Brendan's knowing it.
No, but there's something Brendan us where you're not going to go full it, sorry, you know what I mean? You're not going to go full it because of what we know what's happening in the past. So I'm not going to build myself up for something that I know, like, we've seen championship winning teams. I don't think we're a championship winning team at the minute, but we're involved in it. You know what it takes to win a league. I don't think we've got that in a minute. At the minute, I don't think we've got it. Well, yeah, we've got things in our favour as being not being in Europe, and we're keeping the same squad fit. But that's it.
I don't think we've got it. I don't think we can win it. We can, sorry, but I don't think we can. You know, yeah, but possible. But top 4, realistically, that's us. That's us, and I'd be made over we get top 4.
Well, I mean, that's just a given.
We are in it, yeah.
Well, but Tottenham are only 3 points behind us.
It's like,
let me I'm not talking about 4.
Let me tell you this.
Why can't we finish second?
Yeah, that's what I said before. That's what I said before last week. Swear by Arsenal, they're coming down, so get into 3rd. But Chelsea haven't got the experience of when Mourinho's first there of winning the league. City have got the experience, but a new manager again.
Well, Chelsea have got a little
Arsenal on a wobble, so
you've just named the three sides there, Chelsea, City and Arsenal. What's the common denominator that they've all got that we haven't? It's Champions League. There's so many factors in our favour at the moment that we could end up going round the back and winning it, pinching this league, not winning it, pinching it by the odd point or two, simply based on the fact that we've got a clear run of league games here. We go to Arsenal in the Cup on Sunday. His biggest priority isn't that Cup game. His biggest priority is Wednesday night against Bayern Munich. They've all got other things going on that we haven't, so we need to make the most of it.
It's good talking about it. It's good talking in the Championship race.
But the big games at Anfield don't scare me. These games away from home don't scare me. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're going to get. I'm not asked about City and Arsenal or Chelsea. We're going to fuck them.
We grew up.
Southampton away.
We all grew up going away games for years, and you know all these shitty little sides we're going on about. What do Liverpool bring to them? They bring cup finals. Their league game against Liverpool is a fucking cup final. Even if we were bottom of the league, we'd still be a cup final for Norwich, Sunderland, all that shite. Do you know what I mean? And that's why sometimes we come unstuck, because they raise their game and we fucking don't on these league games.
You think Kieran Richardson on Wednesday night scored in the World Cup final?
You think fucking Rooney won the European Cup when he fucking equalised?
That was hilarious. We should have a little 5 minutes on the night. That was 5 minutes on the night.
Shot in as a late starter for one of the week.
Moises' kipper when that second goal went in, he was like that to whoever's tight in the stands. Yeah, really might have been. I told you. And Mick, someone put it on Facebook. Mick O'Connell looks like a ginger scrotum.
I think he looks like the lion of the
Winston Ward.
No,
there was. I mean, 2 minutes.
Fucking Chucky.
Two different people. Moisey went through every emotion there of football. You know, the high of winning a game to fucking 90 seconds later. No, you fucking haven't.
That was brilliant when that goal went in.
No, but the good thing is, and I'm made up with this, that we played, you know, with the tube strike the other night with the
got the game on the board.
Because look at Everton now. They've got a fixture back of that has fucked them up more than getting beat. They'd have rather played and got beat than that fucking fixture pile up. But they've got to fit this fixture in now. They've got to fit
City. And City are in the League Cup final as well.
League Cup final. So we're all now coming down to the fact that we could win it again.
No, we don't want to talk about it because it's like
we don't want to jinx it. But as you just said there, Chris, we should talk about because we fucking waited so long to sit at the end of February thinking, fucking hell, we've got a chance of winning a league here.
Well, Alan Hansen on Match of the Day the other night, he said, if Liverpool are going to win this league, they've got to stop making these little silly mistakes. But he was like putting it across as if like we are going to win, and he was like, he's coming to the end of Match of the Day. Now this is his last season on Match of the Day. So
there's so many things trying to build up here.
He's not asked what he said, and Lineker said, oh, that's the Liverpool fan coming out, and he went, and he went, well, I'm not taking that away from you. But it was like he was just to say, well, we're in it, we're going to win it, you know. We just got to knock these.
Every game, one game at a time. One game at a time.
Yes. Well, just to say that the average points total of Premier League winners in the Premier League era is 89.9.
But when we got that in 98. A few years ago when we went
2007 2009
how many points did we get then?
86.
We would have won the league.
I would have won it a few times, but we're talking now, it takes 89 points.
Do you know
that
thing you two have been talking about, Chris and Paul? Does that equate to the 2 points? 45 times?
No, 38 is...
Was that just for top four?
Because the average to getting in the fourth place is 71 points.
What have we got left? 12 games?
We're well on
so if we win 10 of them, we're still only on 89.
How many are we in now?
We can't get to 89. Even if we win every game, we can't get to 89.9.
We were one goal behind before the Arsenal game.
We're on 2 points now. Definitely, we're beyond that.
Well, our goals difference is worth a point, isn't it? So we might as well
three ahead of Tottenham, but it's 4.
With the goals difference, it's 4.
Because until last night they were on 0 goal
City
difference.
Won it on goal difference, didn't he?
What?
City won it on goal difference.
Fuck it, we're winning this.
It's nice.
Imagine.
Told you.
In fairness, we've got 2 weeks now.
But you remember, I'm going to take you back, Paul, because I want these shows repeated, and I want the show, I think it was before Sunderland's at home, and I said we're going to win the league, and I got told to get out of town. No one would believe me, and that was as far back as October.
It's on the website.
But we haven't won it yet, no, but 6 months down the line, we are closer to winning it now than we were in October.
We'll win it, but you're going to have a win with that fucking Tory.
You sound like me, Jack. You know, closer to
Tell your boys, Jack.
Tell your boys, Jack. You're closer to catching me.
We're side Paul.
Alright. Right. Music, please, Maestro. Wanker of the week.
Wanker, wanker, wanker of the week. Wanker, wanker, wanker of the week. It's the wanker of the week.
Okay.
Colin.
Wanker of the week. No, Tom, I mean, when I came into the studio before, I said to Tony and Chris, who do you think would be wanker of the week? And I think you put one in as well, Paul, didn't you? Who was it? Who was it who said it before? Was it yourself?
I don't want
to say who it is. It's fucking Colo, isn't it?
No, but there was a late entry there with a goal set. In fact, we can't have Moyes, but there was a late entry with a goal celebration at Old Trafford on Saturday, wasn't it?
The tramp, Rooney the tramp.
So it's between...
It's to their own. Go ahead, someone.
That's one way to give it to Liverpool.
No, you can't give it to a Liverpool player. We don't want to do that, do we? But I mean, Colo stumped the gaff out, but he's not wanker of the week.
Here's another one.
He's a part of a winning side.
What about Wenger falling on his arse in last week?
Wenger, yeah.
That could be wanker of the week.
Wenger of the week.
Or so Rooney's goal celebration. Or
Arsene Wenger flying ass on the tit. Or what about the...
Mourinho as well. Mourinho carry on this week, and then he's put a ship on every manager, and he's fucking trying to cause trouble, and he's under...
Here's one for you, and for some reason the media picked up on these on Sunday and said Arsenal fans are fantastic the way they stayed. Arsenal fans were fucking made to stay. They wanted to leave. After 18 minutes. I could see them all walking down the exit and then marching straight back up. So I don't go in for this. The Arsenal fans are decent. They're my wankers of the week. The Arsenal fans, they're fucking shite.
I reckon Michael can just bend around.
I forgot all about it. I thought we need a picture of him on the website.
Cowardly lion.
On the Facebook page, on the website.
He's not real.
He's not out of bed shagging or want to shag him. He's supposed to be a top stud, isn't he? How the fuck did he shag him? Someone put on Facebook that he looks like a ginger scrotum.
I just said that 2 minutes ago.
Sorry. I do apologise.
So he said, I don't think he had his hand up his back like a fucking puppet.
Hey, Chucky.
Look like Lord Charles. Chucky. Chucky don't.
Alright, well, a late incident then. He's won it.
Make off that shout, that's all.
Music, please, Maestro.
Wanker, wanker, wanker of the week. Wanker, wanker, wanker of the week. It's the wanker of the week.
It's Mick O'Connor.
That's definitely a setup as well. He had fucking dreadlocks down the front and then 20 minutes later it was down the back. They kept moving.
I hope it's every week with him, you know, now.
You can see him sitting on the end of his arm. Fucking Lord Charles.
How come he's bent on my face?
Does anyone know why all of us know these fucking...
Let's go to the...
funny.
Fucking Michael Jackson.
I don't know. That's great, isn't it?
It's horrible.
He's vile, isn't he?
No, look, he's bad enough, but he was in HD. It was fucking horrible. You could see every blemish and everything. I was looking at him.
Boys might have been doing that so early.
He looked like a split image couple from years ago.
Funny. Quality 5 minutes back. That's been the best wanker of the week so far.
Right, okay. Move on to Twitter, stop laughing now. Who've got people to mention on Twitter?
Oh yes, same again as last week and the previous week. I think Troll's got a couple as well, but I'll give a quick few shouts out. It was quite good last week. We got a lot of feedback. all the lads that we ended up mentioning last week were made up, you know, tweeting us back saying thanks very much for the mention and that, and you know it's only as the Twitter accounts are only as good as the people who follow and who get stuck in with us as well. Do you know what I mean? So we've got James McKeown, we've got Sue O'Reilly, Red Sue, we've got Stevie Ellison, we've got Peter Justice for the 96, the Hooded Claw. He's Sean, sorry. He's part of the Ann Williams Golf Day. He sets it all up, that part of it. So hopefully I'll see him in the summer for the game. We've got Red Rob 23, Christine 77, John Hughes, Scott Williams, Graham Davidson, Liver Forever. I spelt live wrong there, great. L-I-V-E-R, mate. You spelt that wrong. Paul Clifton 85, nice picture of the little baby there on his account. We've got Stevie Bannister, the Naked Englishman, Stu, what a name that is, the Naked Englishman. And we're going to finish on one today, and it's Stevie Mono. Big shout out to little Mono. And that's
Mono before.
And that's it for this week. So
I've got
Tony's got a few, sorry.
Yeah, I've got they're in Sydney, they've been living in Sydney for a few years, Eddie and Tony Morgan and little Bud listening to the show, but it's 8 o'clock Friday night, it's 9 o'clock Saturday morning when they listen to it, so they love it, they love like being on Spuddy come over and said I to give them a mention, and also lad out of work who's been, I put him on the show and he loves it with his little lad Phil, works for DHL, his little lad Jordan's a little red and he listens in on it, he likes his wanker of the week and that.
Jordan lad.
Yeah, so I thought I'd give them a mention as well.
Is Riley your mate?
Ian, yeah. You'll know Ian.
Yeah.
He used to come to match with me in Tommy Kirkwood years ago. You'll know his kipper.
But he's always giving good shouts out on
he says he tweeted the lads and he says that it's the quickest and best hour on a Friday night by a mile, so I mean,
it is right.
It's good to hear that stuff. Yeah. I know sometimes we waffle on and chat shite, but hopefully with the voice of the real fans,
authentic.
That's the word. The authentic sound of Liverpool Football Club fans.
People can take it too serious sometimes, can't they? On them show, you know,
sitting up in a tower, talking tactics and all that.
Shite, but you know.
Well, also Tony, to mention, there was a photograph on Facebook today of Kevin Morland and Danny Smith.
I've seen that.
Which I thought was great.
They're Johnson's around the corner.
Oh yeah, sorry, not in the same thing. So there's a shout. Kevin's a great lad, and so is Danny.
I haven't seen Danny for a short while, but he actually has more hair on that photograph than he did 3 years ago, which is fucking strange.
Right, okay then. Who can do the theme tune to? Oh no, don't do the theme tune actually. What we're moving on to now is
the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
The final segment of the show, and it's one that we've got to touch on last week's first actually, and that's because
have we got the answer to last week's?
Well, the overall last week was bluff or false. Okay. Now I just want to qualify it, right? We're not saying Tony was a liar. Tony believes it, and he knows it. Black Hitler. And he was the son of a Russian prostitute or whatever.
He was a black brass.
Street, yeah. So Tony wasn't lying, but most people think it's a load of shit.
So the link's wrong.
Well, I've seen Terech Mealy, and Terech Mealy remembers him walking past with his man.
Who will that?
Yeah, Black Hitler. Terech Mealy outside the ground on Saturday went, I remember seeing Black Hitler. I went, thank you, Terech.
Right. So
they're all in on this together.
Alright, cost me a few bob.
So last week what we're declaring it as is last week's was a bluff.
Okay.